Hey squad! Welcome everyone to another prediction from the Wizard. Today I'm bringing you predictions and analysis for our beloved Thursday. It's a Thursday with Europa League action and also a Copa do Brasil match between Vasco and Fluminense. I'm going to bring you 6 matches that I found with value. Goals average, corners, cards, handicap, everything you deserve is right here in this video. If you enjoy it, the only thing I ask is that you leave a like. It really helps me out. I sincerely thank everyone who does that. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome, and don't forget to activate it. Also hit the bell so you don't miss any notifications, because that way you'll catch the odds exactly as I recommended. If I recommend odds at 140 and post a video, you'll get those odds at 140. If you wait to watch this video 10 hours later, those odds might not be the same anymore. So if you want to keep up with the odds and the quality of the tips, turn on the bell as well. It really helps you out. Deal? That's it. Roll the intro. Let's analyze the games for our beloved Thursday. Enough talk. Let's get going. Alright guys, first I'm going to show you the results we had on Tuesday's Champions League, okay? The 9th, just so you have an idea. In total, there were 26 recommended tips, 19 of them were winners and 7 were losses. So here are the losses for you to check out, and the wins as well. The Bayern game, for example, we nailed it. It was a really good game. The Tottenham versus Slavia Prague game, we nailed that one too. And there were other tips where we got something right as well. The other games, right? That we nailed, that we got most of them right. But there was a loss or two here, as you can see overall. How can I take a closer look at this spreadsheet, Leo? The link is in the video description. You can click it and then you'll be able to see all the tips from previous days. Alright? And about the best pick of the day that you leave at the end of the video, the ticket at the end of the video, how's that been going? On the first, I didn't send a ticket because I was traveling. I posted the prediction video, but without the bet at the end of the video. So, on the first, there was no best pick of the day here on YouTube. Other than that, so far we have 6 greens and 2 reds. That's a really good result, right? So, 6 greens and 2 reds. We're in the positive with the bets I share. At the end of the video, I always try to keep this transparency with you, showing the results we get, whether they're positive or negative. I'll be here for you to complain, to give praise, or in short, to bring your suggestions. I'll always be here to listen to your opinions. So that's it. Let's get to the analysis. For Thursday, because I've already talked too much, let's go. Let's start here with the Europa League round. We have Dinamo Zagreb facing Real Betis. The first game is at 3 p.m. Dinamo Zagreb is in 23rd place. Real Betis comes in as the 5th place team. Betis is having a very good season compared to previous ones. It's a team that I'm feeling a lot of confidence in. You can see that their streak is away from home. This streak here is away from home. There are 3 wins and 2 draws. It's a team that's doing well in La Liga and also in the Europa League. So it's a team with strong confidence. ODDS are 2.10 for Betis against Dinamo Zagreb at home, with Dinamo at 3.40. At home, they're doing well. They've had 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. The best option, since both teams are strong offensively, would be over 1.5 goals. Aim for at least 2 goals. The team's average here is high, 3.1, 3.2, so over 1.5 goals. For me, this is excellent. It's going to be my main recommendation. The odds are at 1.30. For corners, I picked over 7. Adding both averages together, it goes over 11. So there's no way I can make a case for under on corners. I'm going for over 7 corners in total. And what about cards, Leo? As for cards, we simply have Dinamo Zagreb with 1.8 and Real Betis with 2.2. So over 2 cards in total. I believe there will be at least 3 cards. Here, the over 2.5 has a 75% probability. Whether we like it or not, it could happen. At least 3 cards in the match. After that, we also have at the same time in the Europa League, Nice facing Sporting Braga. Braga is in 7th place, while Nice comes in at 36th. Basically, I'm going to recommend the same thing as the previous game, over 1.5. Because if you look here for Nice at home, the over 1.5 hit in the vast majority of games if you check. In the Europa League, if you check as well, the recent matchups between these teams, you'll see that in Nice's last games, most of them had at least 2 goals, and in Braga's recent games as well, the over 1.5 hit. Braga playing away, as you can see, in at least the last 5 games, the over 1.5 hit. I really believe in this scenario, okay? The average is here for you to check, 2.9, the total average for Sporting Braga, and 2.9, the total average for Nice. There's no way I can go for under goals in this scenario. Over 1.5, paying 1.26 for the ticket. I think it's an excellent recommendation. For corners, I'm going for over 6. Leo, maybe the odds are a bit low. If the line is low, you go up a line and catch more. 7. But I believe that more than 6 allows for added value with a different scenario. Whether it's over or in the middle of the game, with more than 6 scans if you want, or with another game. Okay? And cards? Cards, I'll go for less than 7. I'm going for a more relaxed game, a more peaceful game. The team's overall average isn't that high, so I'm going for under 7. After that, we have Young Boys facing Lille from France. Basically, Lille comes in as the 11th place team and Young Boys is the 26th. So, Leo, what are you going to recommend here? The same thing, okay? Lille is a team that's ranked higher, has been playing more, but they're playing away from home. That makes me a bit uneasy about picking a straight win. Even the double chance bet, I prefer to take a chance on a goal scenario. Looking at Young Boys' recent matches, over 1.5 goals hit easily in the last 5. 4-1, 5-0, 2-1, 4-4, and 2-0. Out of Lille's last 5 games, over 1.5 goals hit in 3 out of 5. But in the Europa League, most of them hit. I really believe in this scenario, and at least 2 goals in this game as well. The average is here for you to see. 3.7 is the total average for Young Boys. 2.8 is the total average for Lille. I'm simply going for the over on goals here. Paying around 1.18, 1.20 for a custom bet slip. When I say custom bet slip, I mean you take this odd and combine it with another game. Not creating a bet or in a bingo. But here it would be over 1.5 goals. And for corners, I'm going for over 7. Based on the team's averages, which together add up to over 12, with more than 7, we have a good margin for error. Do you agree? And what about cards? I'm going for under 7. It's a calmer game. The average is low for Young Boys, who are the home team. So I'm going for under 7, a calm game. After that, we have the 5 p.m. game, Brazil time, right? Some people are watching from outside the country, but in Brazil, it's at 5 in the afternoon. Celtic facing Roma, 21st place against 25th. There are simply 2 scenarios here that appeal to me. The first is both teams to score. Because in the last matches, if you look at Celtic in the Europa League and Roma in the Europa League, most of them hit over 1.5 goals and both teams scored, okay? Both on Celtic's side and on Roma's side. Looking at the stats here, in terms of average goals, Celtic has an average of 2.3 and Roma has an average of 1.9. I believe in this scenario. Roma, based on the odds, is the favorite away from home. A goal from Roma is also probably paying above 1.20. This scenario appeals to me if you want to go for it, or the over 1.5. Okay, we have Roma here with 5 games, 3 wins and 2 losses, 7 goals scored in those 5 games, conceded 2. And Celtic in 5 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, scored 7 goals, conceded 8. We can see that given this scenario of Celtic's offensive and defensive system, the probability of 2 goals is very high. And in fact, both teams to score, considering this average of goals conceded and scored, is justifiable. Both teams to score is paying 1.70, 1.70 for both teams to score. I see a lot of value in this odds, and for a ticket, over 1.5 goals is paying 1.30. It's up to you whether you want to go for a simple bet on both teams to score, or if you want to build a custom ticket at these 1.30 odds. For corners, over 7, just look at the average for Celtic alone, and adding Roma's, it's a pretty high average. So I'm going for over 7 in total. And for cards, I would go for both teams to get a card. 1 card for each side. I see a very high probability of that happening. To wrap up the Europa League games, we have Porto facing Malmo here. What happened to Malmo, huh? It's a team that usually causes trouble, but this season here in the Europa League, they're doing really badly. They're currently in 34th place. 5 games and they haven't won yet. They drew 1 and lost 4. Look at that. They've scored only 2 goals in 5 games and conceded 10. The football Malmo has been playing is honestly terrible. Porto is already in the top 8. They've scored 10 points in 5 games. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. 7 goals scored in 5 games, conceded 4. For me, Porto wins playing at home. The odds are 1.22. If you want to take it live to look for confirmation and a better rate, that's the best option. The best scenario I would recommend for you is this. Take it live. But if you can't watch the game, go for the pre-live option. Porto to win. Or for a simple bet, an Asian handicap of minus 1.5 for Porto, where Porto has to win the game by 2 goals. The odds for this Asian handicap of minus 1.5 are paying 1.70. 1.70 is an excellent odd for anyone who wants to place the bet. For corners, I'm going with under 13. Porto, on average, is below 10. And Malmo's overall average is also below 10. So, with under 13, we have a good probability of it happening. That will be my recommendation. Cards, I skipped that, guys. For cards, I'm going with under 6, okay? I believe it will be a game without too many cards. In the Malmo game and in the Porto game. I ended up forgetting there, I closed it. I apologize. Sorry. My bad. To wrap up, we have Vasco facing Fluminense. It's simply for the Copa do Brasil, the first leg, where Vasco plays at São Januário, a packed stadium, needing to get a good result to take into the return match. It's a tough game, whether you like it or not. It's a Rio derby, and the favorite, we really have to be analytical here, is Fluminense. Fluminense comes in at odds over 2.10, while Vasco is at over 3.50. The odds for Vasco not being the favorite are very justifiable given Vasco's recent matches in the Brazilian Championship, which just ended. We really saw Vasco losing most of their games, only beating International but coming off a terrible losing streak. Vasco comes into this Copa do Brasil semi-final without much confidence. But it's a decisive match, and I believe it will be a very balanced game, very close, precisely because of this situation. What would my recommendations be? Could I take a loss in this scenario? I could, guys, I could. But Vasco playing at home needs the result. So, I believe this option ends up being worth it because of the odds and the risk. What is it? Asian handicap over 1.5 for Vasco. Vasco can win, Vasco can draw, and Vasco can even lose to Fluminense by up to 1 goal, and we still win. We only take a loss if Vasco loses the game by 2 goals. That's a scenario I don't see happening so easily, especially since Vasco needs to get a good result in this first leg. The other option would be under 3.5 goals, paying 1.25. We have Fluminense, who are the favorites, but with a low average of goals scored and conceded, which is 1.6. So I believe that once Vasco scores a goal, they might hold back a bit, not wanting to expose themselves too much to Fluminense's game. I believe that the first team to score will hold back a bit, and consequently the under 3.5 could come through because of that. The odds are at 1.25. I think that's an excellent odd for a betting slip. Corners, I'm going for over 7 in total, and for cards, I'm going for over 3. I don't even need to explain the reasons. It's an important match, a Rio derby, over 3 in total. Deal? That's what I, Léo Freitas, would bring to the bettors for the pre-live on our beloved Thursday of Europa League and Copa do Brasil. Don't forget, if you liked it, it helps me a lot. Leave a like. It helps me in a way that I can't even put into words, to thank those who do it, because not everyone does, unfortunately. It's not paid, it's free, but not everyone leaves a like, and who does it? I really appreciate it. So thank you so much to everyone who leaves a like or supports the channel in any way. That's it. Let's go to our ready-made ticket for Thursday before I say goodbye to you all. We're going for over 1.5 goals in the Real Betis game. Asian handicap. Over 1.5 for Vasco in this game. And over 5.5 corners in total in the Vasco versus Fluminense match. This forms a ticket with odds of 1.75. Excellent odds for us to go after this Thursday. Deal? That's it. God bless you all. Don't forget, be cautious and manage your bankroll. If you want more bets, they'll be ready in the pinned comment. Just click on the pinned comment. It's ready over there. So you can copy the bingo from our beloved Thursday and the other links you're interested in, like a VIP group, a free group, whatever. Comment pinned. It's ready for you. Is it closed? Big hug. May God be with you. See you in tomorrow's video. Thanks, guys. We're in this together.